Good afternoon, everybody. I'm the official urban therapist. Welcome to another episode of Lunchtime Conversations. Today, on this episode of Lunchtime Conversations, we're going to dive into dive into the topic about friendship. Okay. Um, the reason why I want to talk about this topic because I believe sometimes when we become adults, we kind of forget what does it mean to to be a friend or even to have any type of friendship. So I'm gonna just share my perspective about it, just give you a little bit of insight about that, and we're just gonna dive into it. Okay, but before we start, I see Miss Nunez in the chat. What's up with it? Appreciate you tuning in. Appreciate you tuning in. All right, so let's go ahead and dive into this topic about friendship. All right. So let me share with y'all from from a psychologist and a sociologist perspective about what a friendship is. All right. So let me go ahead and pull this article up real quick, and we're just gonna dive into it. Now, of course, this article is from Wikipedia, of course. And some of y'all might be saying, you're using Wiki? Yes, I'm using Wiki. It ain't nothing wrong with using Wikipedia. Duh. But anyway, let's define what a friendship is. According to Wikipedia, it says this: friendship is a relationship of mutual affection between people. It is strong. It is a stronger form of a interpersonal bond than an association. It has been studied in academic fields such as communication, sociology, social psychology, anthropology, and um, physiology. Various academic theories of friendship have been proposed, including social change theory, equality theory, relational dialectics, and attachment styles. Now, these are theories that Wiki is mentioning. I recommend if y'all have had the time, I recommend y'all go and research about these different theories of friendship: the social change theory, the equality theory, the relational dialectics theories, and the attachment style theory too. I recommend y'all going on just kind of do your research in about that because it provides different information and it also provides different perspective about friendships. All right. Now, it also says this: although there are many forms of friendship, some which may vary from place to place, certain characteristics are present in many types of such bonds. Such characteristics include choosing to be with one another or enjoying time spent together or being able to engage in a positive and supportive role to one another. So, once again, Urban, why are you taking a lunchtime conversation to describe what his friendship is? Do you think I don't know what friendship means or what it is? I don't know, but I know this through my personal experience and also me studying on this topic through through sociology and through psychology that there are different levels of friendship. And many people don't understand that there are different levels of different bonds of friendship. So that's why I want to share this with y'all. One level of friendship that some people are obviously aware of is the friendship of intimacy, where you have an intimate connection with someone. You end up becoming friends with one another, then you end up sharing an intimate connection with one another. Another level of friendship is platonic relationships where you do not have any type of intimate feelings for one another, but you share a common goal or a common bond, and you end up becoming friends over that. And another level of friendship is professionalism or professional friendships, where since you either work together or y'all in a common field together, y'all end up becoming friends as well. But notice that these are different levels of friendship that I'm describing. Now the problem that, well, whenever sociologists and psychologists examine this, the problems that we see about friendships is the whole point that sometimes people don't understand the difference of the levels of friendship. Sometimes people make a platonic friendship into a relationship friendship. Sometimes people make a professional relationship into an intimate relationship, and so forth, so forth, so forth. So it's very important as you, as a human being, you need to understand the difference between your friendship, understand the difference level between that, and understand what type of friendship level where it's required for you to be bonded to or to be attached to. All right. So well, what I have noticed, I noticed that sometimes we could loosely choose a level of friendship that's not beneficial to us at all. Let me give y'all an example, right? Now my children, right? They come to me every single time. They come to me every single time when they're at school or out somewhere. We could be out somewhere and they'll go out and interact with other children, and then they'll come run up to me and say to my daddy, 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 um, look, this is my new friend. Or they'll be like, daddy, 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 I made a new friend at school today, and I'm like, oh really? That's good. Like, yeah, yeah, yeah. We got this coming thing on. I just learned that they like playing video games and cards and different things like that. Wherever it is that they share a common bond to. So like, oh, okay, that's cool. That's what's up. So the very next question, as a parent, that I ask my children is this: I'm like, okay, since you're calling this individual a friend, right? How much of them do you? How much information do you know about them? So they'll be like, well, I know their first and last name. Then they'll show me their first and last name. Oh, okay, that's cool. I'm like, well, then I start asking them questions. Like, well, okay, um, have you learned about their parents' name? Do you know their parents' name? Do you know their siblings' name? Siblings' name, if they do have siblings, if they have brothers and sisters. What other positive things do they like besides playing video games, whatever? And I ask my children these questions purposely because I'm not always teaching them the lesson to discern the difference between loosely calling a person friend versus a person who does associate. All right. And this is also, something that what children will commonly do as well too. Sometimes as well, they'll call a person they'll call a person a friend right off the bat without even knowing them. You know, they're like, yeah, that's my friend, without really knowing that person. So y'all should understand where I'm going with this, right? Well, whenever you call a person a true friend, right? How well do you know that true friend? How well do you know him? Matter of fact, is it in you to really get to know them, or really to get to know who they really are? Or is it just, as I stated earlier about the definition of friendship, where y'all just sharing a common bond and that's it? Nothing more and nothing less. So whenever you give that person the title of a friend, you should know everything about that friend that you're dealing with. You should know they likes. You should know they dislikes. You should know their hobbies. You should know their aspirations. You should know their goals. You should know everything about them. You should know their family history. Um, you should know everything. Every possible thing that you can learn in them, you should know that. Matter of fact, that should be an actual requirement for you in order to give that person the title of a friend. To be honest with y'all, this is one of the main reasons why a lot of our relationships fail is because we surpass the level of just establishing a friendship with that person, really get to know that person first. But instead, we look at the outer appearance, we look how good that person look, or how much that person can benefit you, instead of really taking the time out and getting to know that person and getting to know if they truly have the qualifications of having that title of being a friend. And so we end up getting into these uncertain relationships, and next thing you know, you start getting to learn that that person's either narcissistic, that person don't have your best interest in mind at all, and then you end up being in. And it always happen every single time to where next thing you know, you end up saying, "Oh my God, I didn't know that this person was like this." Yeah, the reason why is because you didn't take the time out to really get to know that person as a friend. I think it's very important as well for you to, as I always say, vet a person. I think it's very important to do that. The reason why I think it's very important because you need to know and understand, people intentions. Because sometimes when a person tries to be quote unquote your friend or quote unquote your ally, you need to understand where their intentions is at. A person will literally will be loyal to you for their own personal agenda. Let me say it again. A person will be loyal to you for their own personal agenda. I've not had witnessed time and time again, especially with reports with different people like celebrities. Well, matter of fact, I just thought about this. Even with the situation with what happened with Nipsey Hussle, right? The person who betrayed him the most was the dude that called him a friend, or was the dude that Nipsey Hussle called a friend. Y'all do understand that, right? So throughout this whole entire time, this dude that Nipsey Hussle called a friend ended up betraying him, ended up murdering him. And this goes to the point that I'm making about a person will be only loyal to you for their own agenda. Unfortunately, it is like that right now with us. I bet a lot of us right now, and even the ones who are listening right now, I bet that there are people that's probably either in your private circle or even in your professional circle that quote unquote calls you a friend, and that person is loyal to you, but they only loyal to you because of whatever type of agenda that they have, or it could be because you have a certain value that they want. It may be either like a monetary value that they want to desire. I even seen it that it's even like relationship desires that they value. Sometimes a man or a woman could be a friend to you just because it's a person that you're probably either dating or you may be married to that person, and they desire their relationship. So they'll be only loyal because of their relationship, because it's something that they want. I always sound lurking in the shadows, because deep down inside is something that they want or desire. and it happens that way, then that same type person that calls you a friend or is supposed to be a friend, that's the same person that'll try to bring disruption into your very relationship that you have because it's something they desire. I have also witnessed as well, and this is for women and men too. I have also noticed that certain people who you align yourself or you be bundled with and you becomes friend with them is because you're single, they're single, and they just want to live the single lifestyle. And so long as you share that same commonality with them, that same